Alright fuckers, welcome back to Practicing Portraits, an artwod roadmap. By the way, I did not feel like drawing today at all, right? I've been fucking delaying it for like hours, right? But if I'm here, that means I can do it, that means you can do it. I fucked that up. If I can do it, you can do it. There you go. But what is artwod? They're the best platform in the world to teach you how to draw from imagination, where they teach you, where they give you the work, not the shortcut, and they teach you how to draw simple forms and or complex forms after that, right? Over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours and repetitions, right? And after 3 years and 8 months, this is what you get. This is a fucking very long-winded intro. It was much better when I had it shorter. But yeah, who am I? I'm Viggy. Yeah, 3 years, 8 months I've been drawing for. Wonderful. But I'm Viggy. I've been this channel is a repository of my practice to prove that anybody can draw, especially you, right? Granted, they focus on the right things with the appropriate amount of effort and with the right mindset behind that effort, right? And with that being said, get your pen, get your paper, draw along with me, right? Draw along. There you go. I think there's what else do I say? Yeah, keep me on the background, give me retention, mute my ass, right? What other fucking buzzwords? I don't know. But let's see. Anyways, right? What are we doing? I'm doing the artwod portrait roadmap, right? Where I'm in the section where I'm looking at a portrait reference and I encompass it in a box. I'm taking that to the natural extreme where I've decided to create a schema, right? A mental model, a 3D simulation like fucking Blender in my mind, right? Where this is the mental model that I'm trying to create, right? Which is a box, the seen-through box with every single diagonal cross-section calculated on the invisible and visible planes, and then calculating the 3 center planes intersecting, and then calculating the ellipses inside those 3 center planes, and then calculating the sphere that is encompassing those 3 center planes, right? And that is the foundation for the cranium. And that is what my plan is to visualize and to solidify as something that I can literally see on the page over hundreds and hundreds of hours, right? So yeah, let's get started. This is not easy, of course, but it's very difficult, and that's exactly why it's worth it, because it's foundational. It's very foundational, right? And it's because of this, it's because of constantly practicing fundamentals, 90 to 95% of the time, I forgot to mention that, like fundamentals are 90% of my practice, that I can do this, right? This is not what I practice. This is a practice like fucking once or twice a month, right? But obviously, like, practicing this allows me all the spatial reasoning I do frees up the mental bandwidth to focus, at least try to focus, on gesture, line weight, composition, fucking design, spacing, all that shit, storytelling, whatever the fuck, right? All the other fundamentals that are involved, right? So yeah, and I think that's a pretty succinct explanation. But again, the only thing that has got me to this point is hundreds and hundreds of hours of intentional effort. I'll be very clear on that. Intentional effort, right? And the effort really is the only thing that matters, right? And it's the only thing that you and I can completely control and do our best with. So with that being said, I'm already fucking trying to think about this portrait because I specifically chose a very subtle, like reference. Like her face is basically something like this, like it's super slightly tilted and the top plane of her head is extremely narrow, right? And this is basically the cube. Actually, it's much wider than that, of course, right? But this is basically the cube, right? And then obviously I'm going to try to see through it, you know, see the bottom plane as well, right? And then see the diagonal cross sections, visible, invisible, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I don't feel like drawing today at all. So that means, what does that mean? That means because I don't feel like drawing, I must try even harder. We must be a try-hard. But no, that's good to be a try-hard, by the way. But like in the sense that like having earnest effort being put forth towards something. But already like I'm really trying to see the invisible X, Y, Z axis, right? Invisible X, invisible Y, invisible Z, right? And then I'm trying to project the visible X, Y, and Z axes. And again, my brain does currently, my mind, my muscle memory, my brain, the calculations are used to much more visible degrees, right? Much more explicitly informed planes, right? Like they're much wider planes. It's not used to something that's so subtle that is basically like this, right? Like this small, especially not on a scale that is this large, right? But again, that's what I'm constantly trying to focus on right now. And I'm still trying to figure out, yeah, her face is tilted a little bit this way. Because she's basically bringing her face down. Like if her neck is like right around here, right? She's tilting her head down a little bit, right? Her eyes are here. That's the eyebrow line. That's the ear line, right? And her ears right around there, right? So, all right, like, by the way, I haven't been thinking. By the way, drawing is thinking, to be very clear again, right? But I haven't been thinking currently. So I need to lean in. I need to think as much as I can absolutely fucking muster, right? And right now, I can barely see the invisible X, Y, and Z axes, but I'm trying really hard. And now I'm trying to see the, oh, there you go. Now I'm feeling the friction in my mind. But I need to move this box over here because here there's not enough space. So again, proportion, placement, size, in relation to each other, right? And keeping that location consistent while visualizing is a skill. These are sub skills, very difficult sub skills. And already I'm feeling the discomfort, right? But this is exactly what I need to lean into, right? And this is what I'm forcing my brain to. And again, I'm trying to hold this invisible XYZ. I'm forcing my brain to be able to see this. The tilt is, I think, relatively accurate. The front of the plane is relatively accurate as well in terms of its size, right? Now I just need to get the top of this plane, very subtle. There you go. There's a little bit of foreshortening happening in the back plane. I'm trying to see all this. So I'm trying to hold all this in my mind. And now I'm going to force myself to see the invisible cross sections, right? So this top invisible one, visible one, this bottom invisible one. Invisible, visible, invisible, visible, invisible. And that's not accurate. Like, again, like, I'm really, like, it basically what I'm trying to let you know is, like, anytime I'm trying to visualize anything, and I just lost it. I just lost all of it, by the way, right? What I'm trying to visualize is the entirety, right now, is the entirety of the scene through box in the correct perspective, right? And with the correct proportions, all that shit, and tilted properly, right? And, like, sizable as well. But what I'm actually seeing in my mind is snippets of that. I'm trying to calculate it to the best of my ability. Right now, like, I've already fucked up the bottom plane, right? It's too much. It's tilting. You see, like, again, I'm too used to very clear, very wide degrees. Like, this is the box that my mind wants to make when this is the box that it needs to make, right? Like, super, super subtle. Like, genuinely very, very subtle. Like, this bottom plane should be, is wider, of course, but this top plane is basically non-existent, right? And that is extremely difficult, and that's why it's worthwhile, right? So again, let me try to bring the box back over here, try to see the invisible X, Y, right? X, Y, and Z axis, and then the visible Y, right? X and Z axis, right around there. Still a little bit too tilted for my, it's still too tilted, which means the degree is wider. So I need to reduce the tilt, and I'm barely able to hold this together. And again, this is the part where, again, it's a working memory equation. It's constant cognitive effort, right? I can't even speak. And that makes sense because I can't speak. My speech is stilted because my prefrontal cortex has taken the vast majority of my glycogen reserves, my astrocytic glycogen. Right now, I can barely see through this form. And this drawing underneath is an obstruction. But I'm calculating that. I'm doing my best, and I'm actually, like, getting a lot better at visualizing this, like, and when I lean into it. But trying to see this box, trying to see the front, right? Let's get this really subtle top plane, really subtle. There you go. And seeing the back of the top plane is very difficult as well, but I'm trying to force that into existence. I think I see it a little bit now. It's diverging a lot. The top plane's diverging a lot. I don't even see the see through the box anymore. And the bottom, I need to also make sure that it's following that perspective, right? And now I'm trying to hold it. While I try to hold it to the best of my ability, try to see the invisible diagonal, visible diagonal, right? Something like over here. Oh my god. And then invisible, visible, and then I'm just trying to think. And this is extremely difficult because it's already collapsed. Like, the box is already collapsed. I'm just trying to, what am I holding on to? I'm holding on to a fucking, like, mirage, right? I'm trying to hold on to something that I know relatively was there, but the actual visualization, I'm trying to bring it back right now. And I'm going to try to lean into this just a little bit longer, right? Really put that fucking effort in to visualize it while I'm just looking at the portrait reference right now to get an idea of where it should be. But I'm trying to visualize it again, right? Trying to visualize the front of the box. Get it tilted, right? The side as well. That's too much of a tilt. Or like the top plane, yeah, too much of a tilt because the top plane is not as, it should be much less wide. Trying to hold it all together. I'm trying to see the box. I'm literally trying to just see the entire scene through box. And even though, like, many parts of the bottom plane is basically completely faded, the front, like, plane of itself is diverging this way, right? Trying to hold that all together, and then now I'm trying to see the diagonal cross sections to the absolute best of my ability, right? Absolute fucking best of my ability. And it's basically, I don't see anything, but just trying to fucking, and again, like I'm extremely uncomfortable, and I'm trying to be very clear in what I'm thinking, but I'm trying to see the box, I'm trying to see through the box, I'm trying to see the diagonal cross sections. I'm constantly losing any single plane, any attachment, the proportion, them even connecting properly. Like they're not connecting properly. Even the fucking individual planes are not connecting properly to form the box, and they're all diverging in and of itself. And the individual lines within the planes are also flickering, if not completely omitted at this point, right? But just trying to bring it back and hold it to the best of my ability. Yeah, and the thing is, like, the planes will get smaller, they'll get larger, like different, like, let's say for example, like I'll visualize this, like let's just say I'm visualizing the entire box, but immediately just imagine for any given plane, like one side of that plane just gets shorter, right? And then another side just diverges completely, right? And then I'm trying to like connect to the back side, and then this one diverges like this, and that's going here, and then this one's also tiny, but I'm like, wait, how does it connect? So I have to think, oh, is this a cross section? No, that doesn't make sense. And then this ends up being the fucking box that I'm seeing in my mind, which is completely inaccurate, right? But that is normal, because your brain is not, my brain, your brain, whatever we're fucking focusing on, is not capable of doing the thing that we're pushing it to be capable of. But by pushing it to be capable of that thing, it will learn to be capable, right? It's literally a self-fulfilling prophecy, and the only fucking factor that's necessary is intentional effort, right? And we just lead into it, we feel good, we attach dopamine to the mistakes, just like I did, just try to feel as good as possible, because that is a scientific process or a neurological process in which you can literally gaslight and game your learning, right? And then you rest, because you did a lot of cognitive effort or physical effort, whatever the fuck effort that you put in. You rest your brain to utilize the gap effect. Oh yeah, so anyways, back to it. I was gonna say, like, I'm actually like really happy that what I predicted would come true, right? Because I am technically, and I use these words very lightly, in the boring middle, right? I.e., the repetitive part of the drawing process. Like, hey, he says he wants to internalize a schema, right? Reality, it's gonna take hundreds of fucking hours, right? So I'm in like 1/5 of that hundreds of hours period, right? So my watch hours have completely dwindled. They're like fucking getting cut drastically, right? And on top of that, and by the way, while I'm talking, I'm trying to visualize this. And on top of that, I mean, that's the main thing, right? But like, yeah, like it makes complete sense that people are not interested in the actual learning part. You want to see me get good, right? This is the getting good part right here. Hundreds and hundreds of this, right? Every single fucking hour of just extreme effort and trying to be in as much discomfort as possible. Not the boring middle. It should be called the stimulating valley of sheer effort, right? Because they call it the valley of despair. Untrue. Behind every fucking peak of that valley is another peak that you're like, oh shit, this is the next level. Damn, let's continue. So it's always effort. It's always effort. And the damn is a positive thing. It's like, god damn, that's amazing, right? That's how we have to constantly frame it, right? But it is this, what I'm in right now is my second. The first was the boxes and cylinders. Now I'm in the second valley of sheer effort, right? And this is like, there are gonna be multiple of these middles, right? But this is the first one that's gonna have a, like this is the first one that's gonna have an actual payout in terms of like the people's need for aesthetics, right? Like people will be like, oh wow, this is an aesthetic thing that is being drawn, but the underlying foundation of that aesthetics drawing, right, after the preceding 400 hours of that will have been this, right? It's like, oh wow, he can draw a face for imagination in every single fucking angle. Incredible. How does he do it? Oh look, I'm on part 100. I just clicked on part 638, right? Let's go back to part 110. Oh, what the fuck? Or part 1. What the fuck is this garbage, right? Oh shit, this actually has merit. Spatial reasoning, geometric spatial reasoning, like to this extent, 100% has layover, right? I think layover is a basketball term. Crossover is probably what I meant. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm happy that what I predicted came true, because basically anybody who's here right now is genuinely interested in the learning. And right now, like, again, like, I'm trying to get the tilt right, and it, like, you might have noticed, probably didn't, right? But hopefully you're drawing along, so you don't notice shit, right? Because nothing I say really matters. But the tilt is like this. I go down here, and then immediately I'm ghosting a tilt like this, because that's what my mind can see, right? What does that mean? That means I'm trying to see this as the tilt, right? But then this side plane immediately goes up, and then my brain is like, oh yes, this is the tilt, and that's completely fucking wrong, right? So these are the things that you have to constantly fight against your brain, right? Like it's an effort. I don't know if it's a fight is the right word, but it is an effort against your own brain's inability to understand, right? That's literally what it is. It's an effort against your own brain's inability to understand. And I'm trying to get the back x-axis to be more subtle, right? And let's see. This is the tilt. Let's see. I'm trying to be very subtle here, but this is the box, right? And now I'm trying to see the front. No, wait, that's wrong because I made the tilt way too drastic. So this, I love these extremely subtle angles. Yeah, this is the box. That's a bit accurate. It's still way too much. Still way too fucking much. Actually, I need to try that again. So it's like this. It's literally, this is the back x-axis, and then this is the back y-axis. There you go. And then this, there you go. And then this is this, not y, sorry, that was the z. And this is the y-axis. And now that I got that, then it's even more chilled. So I can see this, and then this one right here. Still not accurate, by the way. Still not really that accurate, but a better attempt, right? I'm trying to hold the box together. Already lost it. I've already lost the box. So I'm trying to see it again because I already lost the back XYZ. And this is, again, I'm in a lot of discomfort trying to constantly, and I'm forcing myself to feel good, but I'm in a lot of discomfort to constantly try to see this, right? Again, let me try to get it down. It's literally like this. This is my box. That's actually probably a bit too exaggerated as well. But, and actually it's more of a front plane. It's definitely more of the front facing plane than the side, right? But it's something like, it's even more subtle, bro. Holy shit, it's like extremely subtle. And this is something my brain definitely is not used to, right? It doesn't have the mental model, the schema to effectively represent this information in its mind correctly, right? Which is all that it is, but that is more accurate for sure. Oh my god, I love the subtlety because the subtlety teaches you to really focus, right? Like the subtlety of that in this scale is 100% teaching me to just genuinely focus on the nuance, right? And again, I'm keep bringing this back plane here, but then it's gonna extend over here, so I need to bring it back here to genuinely focus on the nuance of it all. See, that's too much. I made a mistake there. There you go. Like this is it's like super fucking subtle. And this is why ghosting is a great bridge between your prefrontal cortex and your motor cortex, right? But I'm trying to visualize this, trying to calculate this in my mind. Try to get that's the y-axis. Oh my god, I'm in so much discomfort. And now I'm trying to hold that. And let's try to get the visible XYZ axes. That's still too much of a tilt, but either way. And again, my fucking this line's going up here when it should be much more subtle. And I can barely see this, so I need to take a step back. I'm gonna look at the portrait reference. Yeah, damn, this is like extremely fucking subtle. Is this? Oh shit, I hit the camera by accident. Let me try to think. Yeah, this is as subtle as it gets. Holy shit. Yeah, it's like super subtle. Okay. And her head is tilted. Is her head even tilted? Because the thing is, like, people's cheekbones get in the way. So her cheekbones are like this, right? Let's say her nose is like this, her eyes are here, and it's this, and then this is the lips, right? So technically, if I just look straight from her forehead down to the bottom of her chin, it is actually straight. But her cheekbones make it seem like she's very tilted, right? It makes my mind think, like, this is what's causing that issue. So you see how your mind can play tricks on you? This is where observing is really important. Because this, when I look at it more closely, it's pretty damn straight. Or maybe there is a slight tilt. Because, let's see, it literally might be something like this, right? Oh, that's so difficult. Okay, let's try again. Let's just fucking try again to see this. Right? Invisible. Oh, sorry. Visible, invisible. And okay, I'm trying to see the entire box. I'm really trying to hold this box in my mind, right? With the visible plane, invisible plane. It's failing miserably right now, but I'm trying to hold it. And again, this is like trying to go up this way. I gotta make it much more subtle. I'm trying to hold this in my mind, and then I'm just leaning in and trying to see the invisible diagonal cross sections, right? So this is the visible, something like that. and then take a step back, be slower, invisible, there you go. Oh, sorry, visible again, invisible, and then, oh, there you go. Now we see visible, and then invisible. That is a lot better. That is a lot, because I'm taking my time. You want to really slow down and be like, okay, do I actually understand? Trying to, again, I've already lost the box, so I'm trying to bring it back. But I'm trying to really bring it back and really get the subtlety down, right? Get the subtlety of the box. There. Oh no, that's wrong. There you go. It's up like this. Subtlety of the bottom. Trying to hold it. Oh, I've already lost the invisible XYZ, but while trying to calculate the visible XYZ to bring the box together. But I'm gonna lean into that one more time to the best of my fucking ability. Let's just keep fucking trying to see this, right? Oh my god, so beautifully difficult, but I'm gonna lean in, and again, it's so fucking subtle. Dude, it's so subtle. It's amazing. Yeah, it's something like this. There you go. I'm trying to see it. Make the box a little bit wider. Okay, I see it now. I see it. Is my brain's still trying to make the backside like much more tilted. So I'm actively feeling good, and I'm fighting against that, right? I'm actively fighting against that. I'm trying to see through the box, and now I'm trying to just visualize every single invisible cross section. And this side plane is diverging like this, okay? So I'm trying to actively bring it back while holding it all in my mind. And I'm barely holding anything in my mind. I want to be very clear. I'm in output regression. My associated glycogen stores have hit their ceiling, right? And just trying to get a semblance of the entire, like, seen through form correctly with the cross sections. Oh my god, that was extremely difficult, right? Watch me stare at a piece of paper and just moan about how difficult this is. But anyways, please rest your brain. All right. Yeah, dude, I really don't feel like drawing today at all. Like, it's hilarious because the main reason. Let me just fix my fucking chair. Jesus Christ, you fucking cocksucker chair. There you go. Oh god, it's starting to slurp in defiance. Anyways, I really don't want to draw today, especially because I'm going camping in a couple days. So I'm literally about to head to my girlfriend's place. I don't know if I said literally a million times. Yes, I'm going to head to her place. I'm gonna head over. We're going to I'm gonna sleep over, and then tomorrow we're gonna get a bunch of shit done regarding last minute stuff, dude. And I haven't gone camping with her specifically, like just me and her. Like, we've gone with friends and shit, so I'm so excited, right? Under the stars with your beautiful woman. Oh, so sweet, so romantic, makes me want to puke, right? But genuinely, I'm very excited. But because I'm excited, I don't want to do anything right now. I don't want to do anything. I literally just want to head over. I want to eat. I want to head over. I don't want to do anything difficult, which is exactly why I'm here, because I have to do these difficult things, right? Like, I must. Plus, like, my backlog, I'll have it queued until today's July 7th. I'm going to have it queued till, so that's, I think today's Monday, July 7th, right? So I'm going to have it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. With this video, it'll be till Thursday. And then when I get back on Friday, I'm going to draw again, and I'll have my Saturday and Sunday. Like, usually I don't upload on Saturday and Sundays. It's usually Tuesdays or Saturdays. But just because I won't be able to have the Friday video queued, I'm just going to be having it on Saturday and Sunday. And I was like beating myself up over this, be like, oh god, it's not perfect with my schedule. But at the end of the day, it's 5 days a week, which is the whole point as well, right? Like, 5 days a week, 1 hour, you know, to prove that, hey, like, anybody can draw. Granted, they focus on the right things. And again, like, I'm still fucking up this X, Y, and Z because it's so subtle. There you go. That's the subtlety I need. Holy shit, that is the subtlety I need. I'm trying to hold it together now. Like, that's extreme subtlety. Okay, I see the box. I don't see it perfectly because this back part of this top plane is pretty difficult to see, but I see it. It's slightly tilted. Okay, now I can see. Okay, holy shit, I actually see it for a sec. So I need to hold this. And I need to visualize the invisible cross section, visible cross section, invisible, visible, like really barely visible, but they're invisible and visible, right? but I see it. I actually fucking see it. This is incredible. Well, I did see it for a split second, but then it went away. See, so that's how it works. That's why I have to keep constantly, continue to just keep putting an effort to see it. So let me try to see that again. And you know what my brain is seeing for the top plane right now? It's seeing this. That's what it's seeing. This is the top plane that my brain is seeing. And I have to fight. Imagine, think about all the effort you have to put in to fight against that, put effort against that to be like, no, it's actually like this. Like that's the top plane. Right? That is very difficult. So I get it. Like I get how difficult it is. Trust me, I get it. Right? Because your brain will constantly fight against that. Like this is the fucking top plane my brain was seeing. This shit. Like this retarded rhomboid, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Right? So back to visualizing and trying to see the box, right? I'm trying to make sure the front plane is relatively decent, right? In terms of like length, and even though I'm doing the invisible X, I still want to make sure it's a good length, right? And then now bring it up here, right? No, it's up over here, my bad. This is where this front, there you go, there you go. There you go. Hopefully you can see I'm ghosting like in the visible, right? And it should be slightly tilted. And again, this drawing in the background is an obstruction. It keeps making it straighter for some reason. My mind is just interpreting like a straight line and trying to see that, but it is a little bit more subtle than that, right? It's tilted this way a little bit. Oh my god, this is fucking amazing. So let me just try to, because again, I've already like taxed my working memory. You know, I can barely already see any of these things. But I'm gonna lean in one more time. And I'm gonna just try to see the entirety of the box. Okay, I see the subtlety. I definitely see the subtlety. I definitely see it. So now I just need to hold that. Hold that in my mind while I get this tilt as well, because it needs to be tilted. And again, like everything's fucking going all over the place. When I say I'm trying, I genuinely mean I'm just trying not to make the entire thing fucking collapse, and like to hold the correct angles and the correct tilt and the convergences correctly. Because this is a new subtle angle, right? At this scale that I'm trying to see through. And my brain is already making this top angle like this. Like it's already fucking huge. So I need to, again, bring it back to that level of subtlety. So trying to lean in, trying to see the invisible X, Y, and Z. Trying to see the visible X, Y, and Z. Right? There you go. It's all calculations. And I'm trying to hold this. And now I'm trying to see the diagonal cross sections. Right? Let's, visible, right? Invisible back here. This is definitely the visible, really small. Invisible, and then the back. Hold up, bro. I can't see shit anymore. It's all because again, it's right on top of this drawing. I'm trying to hold it back. I'm trying to bring it back. Okay, now I see the. Oh my god, this is fucking... Okay, so what's difficult right now is like trying to maintain the tilt of the front plane while the tilt of the plane itself, like the box itself, right? While also making sure the subtlety of the side plane is intact. And that is like, this is trying to hold all that logic together right now is really, really grinding my brain. I'm trying to hold it all. I'm trying to see it. I don't see anything anymore, but I'm just trying to bring it back. I'm really just trying to bring it back, visualize it again, right? And I'm trying to especially get that tilt, that subtle tilt, because this box, oh my god, this box is in the way, and let's bring it up a little bit. Let's actually move the box up a little bit higher, but let's see, fucking trying to see through it again, right? Really trying to see through it again. And the bottom plane is also diverging quite drastically. Fuck. I can't see anything. It's amazing. I literally can't see anything. But I leaned into that for as long as I could. So I'm going to rest my brain again. I encourage you to do so as well, right? And now we're going to draw the box. So now we know, like, this level of subtlety, still need exponential amount of work for it. So probably the next few boxes I'll ensure that they're very subtle, and again, in different angles, because I just want to keep drilling the subtlety, right? Just keep drilling it. It's all we can do. But anyways, I'm just looking at her face for a second to see if I have the general idea of the box, right? Like the front plane is wider, I'm pretty sure. But either way, okay, let me rest my brain. I encourage you to do so as well. So let me be even clearer, right? Because I'm trying to always be as clear as possible and to articulate what I'm doing as best as possible so you know exactly what's going on in my mind, right? So there's no mystery around the calculations occurring and the thoughts that are occurring. So when I said I'm just looking at the portrait reference to make sure the box is in the correct perspective, what I meant is I'm looking at the portrait reference and encompassing the box accurately in my mind and projecting it onto her, right, to make sure, and I'm also calculating and double checking to make sure that, you know, this front plane is the right width and her face is encompassed accurately, right, in that plane, and the same with the side plane, and to double check like what is the logic behind that, right, and like is it tilted properly, and do we have this back plane, and is that correct, right? And this is not the right box, it still needs to be a little bit more tilted, but that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, like that's what I'm thinking. I'm literally thinking like, how does her face fit geometrically in space inside this box, right? Because the cranium is smaller, like the sphere is smaller, like as you can see, like it is inside, right? Like the box is something that's projected outwards. Like it is perfectly encompassing, you know, to the best of my ability at least, her face, right? So let's start with. I'm already starting to think through the box and think through the form and everything, but we're just gonna start with the front, right? We're gonna start with the front. I'm gonna bring this box over here because obviously it's gonna be a bit large, but this is a good pen as well. And I'm already making a lot of motor skill mistakes as well, which is really good because obviously because I'm doing a lot of thinking right now, my motor skills have diminished a little bit. They have objectively diminished, right? But that's why I'm really excited because on the camping trip I'm just gonna draw casually, and by draw casually I mean like I'm still gonna fucking try my ass off, right? But I'm going to not I'm not gonna be I'm just gonna be, I mean like I'm gonna can't even fucking speak. I'm going to see how I can enter flow state, right? Because my flow state right now is just fucking intense thinking, right? Which is what I'm literally doing right now. But I want to see, like, is there a flow state I can enter, which is just trying to draw and understand, right? And just enjoy drawing scenery or whatever the fuck. So I don't think this is correct. Yeah, I definitely don't. Oh, yes, because, like, I didn't make this line correct, so it should have been more like that. There you go. That's more correct. And we're going to try converging this just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Nothing too much, but... And again, I'm really trying to see through this box right now while I draw. Like, this already has a lot of mistakes, I'm sure. Like, I don't doubt at all that this has a lot of mistakes, right? But this is where kings are made. Let me just continuously try to make sure my lines are at least okay. Not absolute ass, but let's see. Maybe I should converge this a little bit more too. This line right here, and I'm really trying to think through the box as well. That's a bit too much convergence, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a bit too much convergence. So this box in general has a million issues, right? Has a lot of fucking issues, and I know I made it huge as well, but just trying to visualize the perspective while I do this. Let's see, there you go. That's the... And that's the top plane. It's decent. It's decent. It's not a bad box. Definitely should be a lot wider, for sure though. This is actually completely incorrect. This front plane should be at least this much wider. So we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna make it a lot wider. Right? And that way this will also come out a little bit. Because we need it to be accurate, right? And while I'm doing this, I'm like, now I say while I'm doing this, I wasn't doing it before because I could barely focus on anything apart from what I was doing right here before. But now while I'm doing this, I am like, while I've stopped doing this, I'm thinking about the seen through box, right? And I'm really trying to figure out how this is all connected, right? Yeah, this is more accurate in terms of like a perfect cube. There's still a lot of issues. I don't understand anything. I genuinely don't understand anything, but already now I'm trying to practice. I'm already visualizing and trying to see through the box. Like, that's the edge, that's the point, right? This is where this stops. This, we have to follow the line here, the parallel line, and that's where it's going. So there you go. Now we have the box, and this cube has a lot of issues. I need to have more convergence, for sure, right? Especially like here, I should have had more convergence, because this is not probably should have been something like this. That actually makes it a little bit better, right? There you go. That actually does make it a little bit better. But anyways, I'm trying to see through the box. I'm already trying to see through the box. And now I'm trying to see the diagonal cross sections on every single invisible, right? Every single invisible and visible plane, right? I'm trying to see it all. Really trying to fucking see it all right now. Same with here. Like, this is still a diagonal cross section that needs to be had, right? This is still a diagonal cross section that needs to be had. These two narrow planes are the most difficult ones. And now, while I did that, or while I am trying to do that and hold that, which is already very difficult, very taxing on my mind, I'm not seeing it all at once. I'm losing them constantly, right, all over the place, and I'm barely able to hold this this seen-through box, like this point right here. Like, I'm really focused on trying to calculate that as well, and it's making fucking beautiful, beautiful mistakes. While I'm trying to do that, though, now I'm gonna try to bring the center planes, right, the center planes into the equation, or the literal equation, because it is an equation, right? And let's see what we got here. This cube is wrong. This 100% this box is wrong, right? And it has to do with me. I'm the problem. It's just, right, I couldn't visualize it properly. I don't understand the perspective properly of this box, right? So let's see. Like, I'm definitely sure it has fucking issues. Like, I'm sure it has issues, right? But either way, we have to think about, like, I think even this should have been even wider, right? Like, I think it should have been even wider, this front plane. Yeah, like, actually, no, maybe not. Maybe this side, but I don't know. I actually don't know. I do not know. I feel as if maybe this side plane could have been larger, right? There's a few things I feel as if definitely need work, because I'm looking at the portrait reference right now. I'm trying to encompass the cube that I've created over her head, right? And I think, yeah, the front plane's still not... The front plane is wide now. It's wide enough. But the back plane, it might be okay, actually. It might be okay. It genuinely might be okay. Maybe not perfect. There's still issues, but I think it's... Oh, fuck. I'm not using this pen anymore, bro. This is a good pen. Fuck that shit. I want that ink to get dry. Okay, so now I'm gonna just try to see. We're gonna just lean into the sheer effort, right? That's all we can do. So, couple bouts of just like this right now. I'm gonna lean in. I'm already trying to see through the form, trying to see every single diagonal cross section. Now I'm gonna try to hold that to the best of my ability. Right? I'm gonna try to hold that to the best of my ability. And now I'm gonna try to see the three center planes intersecting. This center plane. See, I already fucked that up. Intersecting. And then this horizontal center plane, right? Intersecting right here. And I have to see them going through the center points of the diagonal cross section, which is why it's so important to be constantly visualizing that, right? So those two, and then this one right here. And while I'm trying to hold and calculate this, right, I'm making a lot of mistakes because like while I'm trying to calculate this front-facing center plane. Oh, no, that's not the front. Yeah, it is the front. This front-facing center plane. I've already lost the other two, right? And now I just need to constantly see it. And this is already like inducing quite the bit of discomfort, like genuine, like lots of effort. And you know, my brain, my acetylcholine, the norepinephrine is firing off. And this is exactly where I attach dopamine to effort, and I just force myself to feel as good as possible while I try as hard as I fucking can to see something that doesn't exist and completely tax my working memory and use up all energy reserves that my brain has to offer, i.e. astrocytic glycogen, right? And again, my speech is getting slurred because it's already hard to explain what I'm doing, but I am like visualizing this invisible XYZ. I'm immediately trying to calculate this diagonal cross section, right? This diagonal cross section, this one back here. I'm trying to calculate all of them, right? Trying to calculate this one too, right? It's flickering all over the place. I'm trying to calculate all of them. Now I'm trying to hold all of that in my mind together as a solidified schema, which my brain still isn't capable of doing, but while I'm trying to hold that all together as a solidified schema, right, I'm now attempting to calculate and impose the three center planes, right? Calculate and impose the three center planes. So, and going through those, the center points of those diagonal cross sections. And that is extremely difficult, and yet I'm trying to hold at least two of the center planes right now. This vertical one, like the one that's for this plane, and the horizontal one, now the front-facing one as well. Let's try to get that in there. Right, and the horizontal one's flickering quite a bit. So again, I have to make a constant effort to make it be like, no, go through the center plane, go through the center point, sorry. and make sure it's accurate, which is what accurate. What the fuck happened to my voice? It's accurate. There you go. That's better. That's my real voice. It's accurate, and try to really. And my brain is like, I don't want to be fucking dramatic and be like it's about to combust, but it's definitely under a lot of pressure. Like I can feel my brain trying to make sense of all this. So I need to lean into it even a little bit more. 10 more seconds. I'm just might be a bit silent, but I'm just gonna try to see fucking everything and calculate it all and get as much of my working memory taxed to its absolute limits. Oh my god. Okay, I could barely see anything in there, by the way. Like, I could definitely not hold the 3 center planes together all at once, but that's what we're gonna try to do for the next, I don't know, fucking 2 more bouts of that, right? And then I'll rest my brain, we'll try to get the ellipses in there, and then we'll try to encompass the sphere around those ellipses, and then we'll draw the face. And ta-da, it's fucking difficult as shit, who would have thought? I probably should have made this cube smaller and higher up, because I don't know how I'm gonna fit the bottom of her face here. But we'll try. But anyways, I think maybe the problem with this is not the fact that the cube is wrong. I think I made it too tall. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. The cube is too tall. So if I do something like, I think if I cut it off here, there you go. See, so it's I've heard that it's actually good for your brain as well. There you go. That's fucking good. To fucking what's it called? To adjust your mistakes as you make them as well. Like to correct your mistakes, right? Like after you make them, like immediately afterwards, like do the thing that you believe to be more correct, right? Because that also helps your learning. So I'm gonna do that right now, right? Like right, right? Voice crack. What the fuck? Right? Yeah. Like why visualize over an incorrect box? There you go. That's a lot fucking better. There you go. That's a lot better, I think, right? Like that is definitely a much more cube-like, quote-unquote, perfect cube-like shape than what I was doing prior. So let me at least like make this line a bit more solid. Dude, this pen's really going to shit, but I don't want to use a good one, so this is all we got. I mean, this pen is dead. Like it objectively is dead. Actually, wait, I have another pen that's been marinating for a while. This one that was also dead, but let's see how much ink it has left now that it's been like a month. But let me just throw my pen out. Ta-da! Okay, rest your brain, please. Rest your brain. That was again, considering that I don't want to put in effort today at all, and I just want to I can't just wait to pack all my shit and fuck off to camping and just enjoy this week, right? This is not bad. I think this is still a good amount of effort. Oh fuck, I put 34 again. This is 35, but I keep fucking up my numbers. Oh look, this one has a good amount of ink left now. In it now. Anyways, please rest your brain. Alright, let's fucking try again. Oh my god, it's already been 40 minutes. Right. Part of me is like, woohoo, almost done. The other part's like, damn, dude, already? You've barely done anything. But I barely always do anything except just try my ass off, right? At least in this case, just think as much. But anyways, immediately back to trying to visualize and see through the box, trying to see all the diagonal cross sections. I just gotta lean in and just put as much fucking effort as possible, right? Trying to lean in, trying to see through the box, right? Trying to see through the box. Again, this bottom plane is like this in my mind right now. Like that's what's happening. Again, like it's really hard for my brain to connect it like so, like this bottom plane, right? So it keeps making like this point up here. So I have to constantly, and again, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it is happening like to a decent, pretty significant degree, right? But I just need to keep, I don't know what my voice went like that bad. I just need to, but I just need to keep calculating, right? Just keep calculating. And I know this box is still pretty incorrect. I think this left plane should be a little bit larger, right? But I'll leave it for the time being. It's okay. But anyways, we're trying to visualize, right? Trying to see through the box. I'm trying to really see through the box. And while I'm doing that, I'm trying to visualize the diagonal cross sections. Diagonal cross section. This one, diagonal cross section. This one, tiny one, diagonal cross section. This one, right? Try to hold all that in my mind to the best of my ability. And now I'm already adding the center plane. So this this horizontal center plane, right around here. This one's like really fucking subtle as well. Like it has to be, obviously. But right around here. And then and while I'm trying to hold that to the best of my ability, which I can barely do, because this back plane, again, the back plane for this horizontal one's going up this way, or back line, and I'm trying to constantly make it go through the correct. Oh, that's so much discomfort because I have to think about this cross section and that's crossing through as well, right? And my brain just made the cross section wrong. It pushed it all the way over here, but that's wrong because it's right here, right? Like it's right around there. Actually, no, that's wrong too. It's right around here. There you go. See? So this horizontal, I'm trying to hold that. While I'm trying to hold that to the best of my ability, also trying to see through the form, trying to see everything. Again, this is like dozens of calculations that my brain is incapable of holding because no brain is capable of holding objectively like individual dozens of calculations at once. That's why it's constantly oscillating between every single all the time. But that's why I'm forcing my brain to hold it together as a chunked component, right? Like because it hasn't chunked this information yet, it hasn't consolidated it efficiently yet. And now I'm trying to see this center plane, right? I'm trying to really see the center plane, make sure it's going through properly. And okay, like I feel that pit of discomfort in my stomach, but I'm trying to really calculate all of that. Now we're gonna get this center plane as well, this vertical center plane, right? Going up here. And I can barely see through the box while I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to lean in, I'm trying to really lean in and see these three center planes all at once, while I'm also trying to get the correct invisible box and also trying to get all the diagonal cross sections. And they are fucking completely like, it's like combusting inside, like it's going all over the place. And I have to forcefully put in as much effort as possible to completely redirect it back to where I want it to be. Like, you know, redirect it, go back here. This is where it's supposed to be. Right, this is where the connection is, the invisible XYZ, right? This is the cross section. And again, like immediately when I think of that, I'm immediately forcing myself to see this center line and this center line, right? Because then that is part of the center plane. So that helps a lot too. So that's what I'm constantly trying to focus on, just like all the different ways I can visualize and calculate these things such that my brain consolidates the information effectively, right? Same thing here. Oh my god, holding these three center planes is so fucking difficult, but just for a second I see it. I'm gonna try to hold on to it, because just for a second, I see the three center planes. I don't know if I see the diagonal cross sections all accurately, but not even. I see two center planes. Let me try to really fucking. Oh my god, my brain's making so many mistakes. This center plane, and like that's facing this way, it's coming outward of the box, and I have to push it back in there. I just have to push it back in there. You can hear me moaning and groaning. That's the that's the verbal expression of my discomfort, right? And the effort that I'm putting in, like the sheer cognitive effort that I'm putting in to hold all this at once. But now I'm gonna try to lean in and just try to fucking see everything all at once, right? See through the form, see through the box, right? See all the invisible diagonal cross sections. I can barely see it, by the way, but I'm trying so hard to calculate every single one, and I'm trying to see these center planes connecting through them, intersecting through them. Oh, okay, I could barely see anything there. But that was a Gucci Gengo, as the youngins say. So let me rest my brain. I encourage you to do so as well. And then we'll try that one more time. And then we will try to get the ellipses in there, and then the sphere, and then the actual face. Ho ho ho! Right? What a great session. Actually, genuinely a great session. Considering I don't feel like doing anything this today at all. Like especially, I just want to eat and dip, bro. I just want to eat and dip, right? But I'm here putting in as fuck ton of effort as I can, so I can feel proud of the fact that I'm trying, right? And so again, positive feedback loop is what we're trying to build here, and it all comes down to mindset, approach, and just doing your fucking best. So yeah, let's rest our brains. All right, fucking, let's go, yoo-hoo! I don't know what to say. I don't know if that's encouraging. This is just fucking make random noises. Yay, we're doing it. Fuck, let me fix my chair, dude. This roly-poly chair of mine, right? And the one with the tree wheels. Apparently, fuck. Actually, I think it has 6 wheels. Never mind. Or is it 5? I can't tell. I'm gonna stop. Like, I keep like shifting my head back and forth trying to check underneath my seat. There is no point in that. Well, this is an art channel, sir. Right? We don't talk about seats here unless we draw them, right? Ho ho ho. But anyways, trying to see through the form again, trying to really see through the form. I'm immediately trying to see every single diagonal cross section, right? And now again, try to get the 3 center planes in there, right? Try to get the, and again, start with the invisible side, because the invisible side is what is going to force me to understand, right? So start with the invisible side. And there you go. There I actually like see a decent amount more, right? But again, this bottom diagonal cross section is flickering, so I need to get it accurate to the best of my ability, right? It's like this. Yeah, there you go. You get it accurate. Oh my god, that's already killing my brain. just like trying to focus on that one thing, right? Because again, my brain is basically taxed, right? Like, I think, what is it, 60 to 90 minutes, 40 minutes of like sheer cognitive effort, 60 to 90 minutes of like an actual focused session, right? I don't know about deep work, like 3 to 4 hours of deep work, but doing this, like doing actually, according to cognitive load theory, from my understanding, I think 40 to 90 minutes is the max you can like exert yourself in terms of like sheer, genuine, like fucking difficult visualization and spatial reasoning, calculation, all that shit. Could be wrong, could be right. I'm a fucking dumbass, so like it is what it is, right? I don't really know anything apart from just trying, right? And to try to help you understand that you can also try. But anyways, what am I doing right now? I'm calculating this cross section and this invisible XYZ axes as I'm talking, right? So it's taking a lot of cognitive effort. And while I'm doing that, let's zoom out again and try to fucking hold. Yeah, just try to hold this goddamn box in my mind. Try to see through it to the best of my ability. I can barely see through it right now, because like this, again, this backplane now, this one right here, like, fucking the one that's projected out from this one, right? This backplane looks like this to me in my mind. That's what it looks like. Again, it's so hard to connect it like this, get this connection going. It's so fucking difficult, right? But that's what it looks like to me, so I have to, again, feel good and actively attach dopamine to these mistakes and to just fight back in terms of effort. Not in terms of like, oh yeah, put them up, shit, but like actually like just resist the inclination you have to do the incorrect mental model and to actively fight back and be like, no, this is the correct mental model. So like, again, I'm barely seeing any like diagonal cross sections because my brain is so spent, right? My spatial reasoning is so spent right now that even just calculating, seeing through this box is so much more difficult than it was just about 5 minutes ago, right? So again, trying to really see it as accurately as I can. There you go. I think that's pretty decent. Okay, now that I've held that, I'm trying to hold that to the best of my ability, right? Trying to really fucking hold that to the, and again, it still wants to diverge. It's constantly trying to diverge. I have to be like, no, it's like this, bro. It's like this, right? But I'm trying to hold that to the best of my ability. Now I'm trying to see every diagonal cross section, right? And now I'm trying to see the 3 center planes. And holy shit, I'm in so much discomfort. My dude, holy shit. I don't even know. That's why I'm just gonna be fucking murmuring holy shit, I guess, because like I can't explain. I basically trying to just hold this scene through box together and trying to see at least a semblance of all the cross sections, as well as trying to think about calculating each center plane individually, not even together, is taxing my working memory so fucking much, right? That the pit of discomfort in my stomach is back with a goddamn vengeance. Goddamn vengeance. Right? I don't know why I say it like that, but it's back with a vengeance, and I am just trying to see them individually right now because I can barely see them together, especially if I'm trying to calculate them properly to go through the diagonal cross-section center points, right? But like, especially like this back line right here, it keeps trying to go out like this, but it's going through the center here, and then it's going through this center, and then it's coming out here, and then it's going through here, right? Like this center, that's the horizontal one. But I'm trying to hold it all together to the best of my, okay, now I'm just gonna lean in and try to see everything all at once. I'm gonna 100% make dozens of like fucking easily dozens of mistakes, right? But this is the part where I'm just leaning in and I'm just forcing myself to feel good, because I'm already like fucking up this center plane, I'm fucking up this center plane, right? Everything. So holy shit. Okay, yeah, like I can't see anything right now, but I'm trying to hold it all together, right? And everything, like I'm constantly losing the 3 center planes. I hope I could explain this better, but like it's really difficult to explain what's happening in my mind right now, apart from the fact that I'm just barely holding in these dozens of calculations together in my mind. Like barely. Like I'm constantly oscillating, I'm constantly losing them, they're flickering all over the place, they're not even accurate. Okay, now I rest my brain. And then after this, I'll try to put the fucking ellipses inside those three center planes, which is a gargantuan task in and of itself. Encompassing it inside and then encompassing the sphere over them. And then trying to draw the face over it, right? And that is the art session. Holy shit. Please rest your brain as well. Thank you. It feels great, by the way. Like, I'm just, like, it's just taxing. It's effort, it's taxing. Cognitive, like, constantly trying to visualize and calculate is taxing. So yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, but it feels great. Like, it's a genuinely good feeling. And this is what you train yourself to do, is like, you genuinely train yourself to feel good about this feeling, because that's all we can do, right? I exerted effort. Objectively, it is discomfort. It is strenuous on my brain. My body will release chemicals and feelings and have like an explicit manifestation of that discomfort. For me, pit of discomfort, warm feeling on my forehead sometimes, eyes are fucking burning, right? Like, body tensing up. For you, whatever the fuck else it is. But the point is, like, yeah, objectively, this effort is discomfort, because you're trying to pull something out of nothing and to actively fight against your brain's habits that had been built, right? But funny enough, those habits were built because you kept pushing yourself in the first place. So it's about, that's why the mindset and like how we frame it and literally attaching dopamine and telling yourself it feels good is actually what expedites the learning process in of itself, because when you attach good feelings, a dopamine, to the acetylcholine and the norepinephrine, the attention, the focus, the spotlight, and the stress, right? You're signaling to your brain like there's a discrepancy, like this is what we can do, this is what we want to do, and this huge gap that exists is the discrepancy in which we're gonna chunk, consolidate, and recognize and expedite this error recognition and mental model like process that we're building, right? So it's all a good thing. It's all a very good thing is what I'm trying to say, right? Please rest your brain. All right, fucking last session before I just start drawing the face, right? Or I guess this is the last bout of extreme effort, right? So let's go. Okay, so visualizing, calculating, done. I'm a god. That was easy. No, okay. Let's see. Trying to really see it. Trying to really see the three center planes down. Trying to see all the diagonal cross sections, seeing through the box. Trying to see the three center planes. And now I have to think about there you go. The ellipse, right? And the ellipse is gonna be very narrow, right? But I'm just trying to think about it to the best of my ability, right? And the edge of the face is right around there. Actually, no, what the fuck? That's wrong. That's a beautiful error that I just made right now. But trying to see the three center planes, right? I'm trying to really see it. And what is this ellipse looking like? I don't know, my voice is so nasally. What is this ellipse looking like? Okay, so what is this? And I can only see the horizontal one right now because I'm really trying to hold it all together, right? But what is this ellipse looking like? Because I'm trying to calculate it. I'm trying to calculate it geometrically. Like, this is what I'm trying to do in my mind. Right? I'm trying to be like, oh, okay, we got this, and then what is it looking like? Like, how's it turning over, right? But that's easier in this scale than it is in this scale, right? So let's see. What is it? Got this point. Let's see, like this. Okay, fucking, I need to like really try to think about this properly. It's like this. That's the center point, and then it goes all the way here because that's the center point here, and then it's back to again tiny little bit, and then all the way here. Okay, so this is my ellipse, right? It is decent. So this is my genuine I guess this is the edge of the box, right? Like roughly around there. Sorry, edge of the sphere. Okay, and then we got that ellipse, and then now we need to get this center ellipse as well, right? So let's try to think about that. Something like, and I'm trying to hold it all together in my mind, but it's clearly not working. But this one is pretty simple. It's just like this. And then what about the front-facing one? Front-facing one's also pretty simple, right? It's just, there you go. It's like that. Yeah, it's just like much wider. All right, okay, now what is the overall ellipse? Now that I think about that, right? What is the overall ellipse? Well, it's something like this is the front as well. Oh, sorry, overall sphere. So I need to make it go over. Right, something like this. Yeah, it's something like, there you go. This is my sphere. Something, and I'm trying so hard to visualize all of this right now. Oh god, it's like, this is killing my brain. This is literally killing my brain to try to visualize each individual ellipse inside each individual center plane and then brought together into one consolidated unit, and then to be like, okay, now the sphere goes over that. But I need to push my brain to this extent. I need to push my brain to really see every single fucking thing. And it's not happening, but I'm pushing my brain. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to make it happen, right? I'm trying to make it happen to the best of my ability. And holy shit, this is so difficult. But there you go. This is roughly my sphere. This is roughly my sphere from what I know. Yeah, this is roughly my sphere. Like right around here. Bars. Oh my god, he's a rapper. Anyways. Okay, now that we got that, I'm just gonna try to hold that in my mind as much as possible. And then let's draw this fucking woman's face. Alright? You trollop, how dare you, what's an insult? How dare you make me struggle? So, I don't know, that doesn't really make any sense. But anyways, let's get this fucking show on the road, I guess. Right, so this is actually the even more difficult part, is thinking about the fucking, all the different, like thinking about all the different calculations, which I'm barely holding in my mind, by the way, but trying to think about all these different calculations. I think this is supposed to be a little bit longer. Yeah, there you go. Trying to think about all these different calculations. I'm really trying to hold in my mind. And then also drawing a face, which is its own completely different thing on top of it. But I'm basically just trying to really think about it in terms of the space that it resides in. Right? It's just a fucking, she has quite the chubby nose. Right? Did not look that chubby when I was paying attention earlier. But now, that's beautiful, because that means it is a much more easy to draw form. Beautiful. Thank you, lady with the, kind of reminds me of my sister's nose. But anyways, let's see. And like, this is the part where like I basically lose a lot of my visualization, like it's happening right now, because I'm struggling, and I already got the angle wrong for like this nostril completely, but it's okay. We just have to take a step back. I'm like zoomed in a lot, so I need to zoom the fuck out. I need to take a step back, and I just need to keep trying to see this this sphere, right? This sphere that's going around it. I need to keep trying to see that, keep trying to see the center planes to the best of my ability, try to see through the box. At this point, it's not happening all at once. I'm oscillating, right? As in like I'm shifting back and forth between it, because I don't have the skill, the current capability. Obviously, my brain has not consolidated it to the point where I can see it all at once, right? That's literally what we're building the skill to do. And again, like right now, I'm really focused on trying to get the proportions of her lips down. So it's going to already right now, I cannot see anything apart from what I'm focusing on, which is just trying to get these goddamn features of this lips down. And there you go. Let's just try to... There you go. This is a good practice for my line work too, even though my line work is pretty mediocre, right? This is pretty good practice in that sense. Right? Her lips are pretty fucking off, but it's okay. It's what it is. There you go. That's the philtrum, right? The little dent that we have above our lips, that is part of the philtrum, right? Okay, so let's get her chin, because that's gonna help. Oh fuck me, like I'm not even gonna be able to get her chin accurately. Funny enough, her chin's like right here. That's a little bit longer. It's like right here. And then we probably should have curved it properly as per the reference, but we bring it up. There you go. And now we get the, okay, so now I haven't been doing any spatial reasoning, so I need to take a step back and be like, okay, where's the ear? So the ear is roughly right around here. Yeah, the ear is right around there, right? And I'm trying to get the right sphere across, right? But the ear's right around there. And, oh sorry, the right sphere and the right ellipses across. There you go. And that's the ear. And I am still trying to really spatially reason her face inside this box at the very least, right? Like make it very clear to myself that this is a person's face inside a box. And I made the ramus. This is the ramus, right? And this is I don't know what the fuck this is, the mandible. Yeah, I made the ramus too long and the mandible too short, so it's a bit more subtle than that. But either way, this is good. Like I love this. I love that I'm slowly, not fast at all, right? Not fast, but I'm slowly starting to see her head as part of that sphere, and I'm slowly starting to visualize like the three-dimensional space. And again, I'm not actually doing it very well. I want to be very clear, right? Like it's not happening so well. Like right now I can barely only see, that was a fuck up, I can barely only see the features that I'm drawing, right? Like it's still, and I fucked that up too, Jesus Christ. This was supposed to be much more spherical, her eyelid, right? Like there's a lot of proportion issues, obviously there's a lot of proportion issues, right, that are occurring. But the whole point right now is just to see this as a form, forms inside forms, right? Placed within forms, on top of forms, whatever the fuck. Like it's just geometric spatial reasoning, right? That is the penultimate goal, right? So right now, like while I'm doing this, I'm doing my absolute fucking best to completely zoom out. Like while I'm looking here, I'm trying so hard to zoom out and see just the seen through box and at least some of the cross sections. Is it happening? Not really, but I'm trying really fucking hard because it's extremely difficult to zoom in and look at something and do this like fine detailing, I guess you could say. It's not really fine detailing, but just some sort of minute detailing, and then to also zoom out. I fucked up her eye. Whatever, I guess we can make this. There you go. And then to zoom out and to also be like, oh look, it's like you can see the geometric spatial reasoning, and you look here, 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 here. Now obviously I'm looking there, but that's because I'm not fucking drawing her goddamn face anymore, right? Her face is extremely off, but at least it looks like a face now, unlike some of these, or many of these that I've been drawing, right? And let me just try to visualize the sphere one last time. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let me just really try to visualize the sphere one last time, right? Really just give it a shot. This is the vertical, this other, like this is the vertical actually, and this is the other vertical, and then this is my sphere. Okay, it's not bad. Yeah, okay, cool. So, okay, we're done. Now I'm doing the opposite thing, which I said I would do, which is fucking, what's it called? Using the goddamn gray pen for the seeing through the box and the center lines, right? And then using the green pen for the actual drawings itself, for the ellipses or the center planes, sorry, itself, because otherwise it just confuses the fuck out of me, right? It just genuinely confuses the fuck out of me. Not that this isn't already inherently confusing, right? But yeah, this is the plane I was having a lot of struggle visualizing. Let's get the center lines decent, right? There's gonna be issues because again, look how fucking shit my lines are, bro. Look how shit my lines are. But anyways, like this one, like what the fuck is this? How am I even gonna draw through this? See, you see how shit that line was? Right, I hope you did see that, because I like to be like, the thing is, like, even when I am quote unquote great, right? Like even when I have a level of skill that many find to be admirable, I always want to be like, no, look, like this is bad. I still have a lot of struggle a lot with this, right? Like it's just when the foundational knowledge, and this is basically the entire premise of what I'm not even banking my practice on, but just objectively, I know this is what my practice, the merit of my practice is. Like that's why, like the stronger your foundational thinking, right? See that was a fuck up, right? So that's not that strong, but the easier because I wasn't thinking as much. But let's see, yeah, the stronger your foundational, that is the center point right there. But the stronger your foundational thinking, the less your line work will matter. Not because your line work doesn't matter, but it's just it will like your drawings will just be so structurally sound. It'll be hard for them to look bad, right? Again, I'm not saying you shouldn't focus on line work and to have clean lines. Of course, 100% you should. All I'm saying is the fact that your foundational thinking will always be the boon and the basis of your structural application, like your physical application, right? Again, Karl Kopinski literally had a fucking stroke on the left side of his body, and he is dominantly left-handed. He trained himself to use both hands, right? Which is, again, a skill. It's all skills. But he trained himself to use both hands, but he is predominantly left-handed, right? And he lost literally all feeling in the left side of his hand, and yet why was he able to regain, why was he able to draw so structurally well within a matter of essentially months, right? Why did he, to the extremely common beginner eye, such as myself and yourself, like, why did it not suddenly, but why did it look like, oh shit, like he got his skills back, like that was pretty fast, right? No, it wasn't that fast. It was, he literally just had the mind, right? It took him, he's got the skills back, must have that fast. Oh, actually, no, it took him about 30 years to get those skills, right? But his hand took 4 months to catch up to his mind, right? At least not to the nuance that he wanted it to, obviously, but to the nuance, like, to the fucking nuance that we can see as beginners, you know? So, like, it's all skills. It's all in the foundational thinking, right? Your art is only as good as your mind, right? Your art's only as good as your mind. So it's see, that was a fuck up too, because my mind is not that good. So that was a complete fuck up. But it's why do you think, like, every artist that you should hopefully look up to, which are extremely skilled artists, right? Artists that are inspirational, challenge you to consistently try your best, right? Like, why do you think those artists all say, you know, slow down and think, right? Slow down and think. And I'm really trying to slow down and think right now. I genuinely am, right? But I'm also in a fucking rush because I'm trying to get out of here. No, I'm joking. But, like, because now that I'm done, I'm like, it's cool. I'm going camping. I'm done. But obviously in the beginning, it's 100 times harder, right? To just fucking stay there and do the thing. But, let's see. I'm trying to get this back plane yonder. I think I fucked a couple things up, but it's okay. I mean, I fucked a lot of things up, but this is basically the scheme I'm trying to build, right? I mean, I'll quote Michelangelo again, you know, you're only as good as your brain. You're only as good as your fucking brain. But there you go. Pretty wrong. I feel as if I got this center plane. It's okay, actually. I just gotta see it better. even with these lines, it's hard to see. But at least it's not this fuckery, right? It's the other way around, which I'll take that up the ass any day. But is this the good pen? No, this is the bad pen. This is the good pen that I'm going to now. Oh wait, no, fuck. I still need to draw the ellipses, right? I still need to draw the ellipses. But yeah, I'm finishing up my session, but I hope everybody had a great fucking time just trying, right? Just genuinely trying. Because again, genuinely trying is, like, what else can you do? You know, what else can we actually do, right? Hold up, let me get this ellipse. It's like this, basically, right? We get my fucking hands nice and dirty. There you go. That's the ellipse, right? And I think I must have misplaced the ear then, right? If the ellipse is only that large, right? But it's okay. Let's see. And then we got this vertical one. But yeah, what else can we do? What else can we do apart from just give it our best shot, right? Like, this is my best shot currently, and I'm fucking overshooting horribly. It should be way more curved. But that's how I get to learn and look at it, and curves are extremely difficult to draw. Right, so that's this ellipse, and then we got the front one. That is like so. It needs to be a lot more curved. There you go. There you go, something like that, right? This side ellipse I know is incorrect. Could have been a lot better, but that's basically it. And then something about this seems very off. I feel as if this bottom ellipse is not good enough. It should have been maybe, let's see. Yeah, okay, it's definitely not good enough. It's something like this. There you go. And this one is actually going a little bit out as well. So I actually didn't place this correctly, because that is where the ellipse, or the sphere, needs to be. Still a lot of things. So the thing is, like, once I get to this point, it's already very difficult to understand, right? Like, it's genuinely very difficult to understand how this all should be connecting. And obviously this sphere in of itself is not the best perfect circle I could have drawn either to make my point more succinct. I think it's, yeah, there you go. That is And that just comes down to line worth. But yeah, this is the schema, right? This is the schema. This is what we're constantly building, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, look at all these goddamn fucking lines and curves. It's amazing. But with that being said, right, that was a good session. I fucking tried my goddamn hardest, and this is obviously an angle that's very difficult for me, so I'm glad I did it, right? I did it. I'm glad I did it. But with that being said, I hope you fucking tried your best, put a lot of effort in, and rest your brain after this. Rest your brain for at least 10 to 15 minutes, right? No stimulation, nothing. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And as always, fuck y'all. I'm going camping, bro. I'm so fucking hyped. Let's go. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to say I'm going camping. Fuck all y'all. I'm actually I'm not southern whatsoever, but the y'all sounds funny, so I like to do it every now and then. A little fun hashtag Viggy fact. Viggy famming on the Viggy fact. Really doesn't work. I need to stop doing that shit, but I can't. I'm too committed now, right? I even have commenters that when I like when they say some shit, I'm just like, or people on my channel, they'll be like, oh, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then at the end of it, I'll be like, good luck on your art journey, and I've had more than a couple people now be like, thank you, hashtag ViggyFab. So I'm like, okay, if it's a legit thing now, fuck it, hashtag ViggyFam, let's go. But yeah, I'm going camping. I'm so excited, bro. I'm just gonna do like a little bit of piano just to get like the muscle memory. Like this is the only time you're gonna hear me be a complete fucking waste man, not really do a lot of like not a lot of work, because I'm so excited to just fucking stare at a tree for 8 hours straight, right? And I'll probably draw that tree too for probably like 10 minutes before I'm like, fuck it, I'm just back to staring. We're not doing anything. But it's nice. I'm just looking forward to the rest, right? I think it's necessary every once in a while, right? Or maybe I'm just a pussy. I need to work harder. Who knows? But with that being said, right? As always, fuck you for drawing. Fuck you for drawing. What the fuck? Fuck you for watching. Keep drawing. And please, give me money.